It's a detent. Okay, can we do AC joint supine?
No.
No, why not?
Yes.
They may reduce themselves, so you won't see the separation. Okay, so I'm going to show you the AP scapula. So first thing, I will start with the 40 inches, but then I'll adjust the SID. I'm going to be patient. She always positions herself. So I'm lengthwise with my cassette.
You want it in there?
No, I'll just use this. Okay, so why do we abduct the arm out at 90 degrees? Not off the ribs. Remember I said that last week. What pulls the scapula off the ribs when we do chest x-rays? Right, rolling it forward. So when we go back, what does it do to the scapula? Brings it parallel to the IR, right? So it actually brings it over the ribs. Okay, so I'm going to just stick my marker right here. I'm going to center halfway between the SC joint and the humeral head. So basically mid-scapula. And then my centering point is 2 inches below the scapula. See that? Collimate down, but I'm not going to do that yet. So my centering's fine. Huh?
clavicle?
I mean clavicle. Yeah. I got scapula on my brain now. Okay, so now what do I need to do next? Oh, can you erase some of this stuff?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 30, right. And why do I want to bring it down to 30?
Just do some editing.
Why do I want to bring it down to 30? What does that do? So it magnifies and blurs the ribs, which is farthest away from the IR, right?
Yep.
So it puts the scapula in better focus because it's closer to the IR. Now, look what happened to my light. When you bring your SID down, you do have to adjust your light back. So when I do that, it's not going to match, obviously, because this is set for 40, not 30 inches. So if you forget to open your collimator back up, you're going to end up clipping part of your anatomy because you've got a smaller area. Everybody got that? Just like when you go farther away, you have to bring us in or you're going to expose all this area. Which is the opposite. Okay, so remember the Bucky side is on the left. So that's pretty darn close. And then what's the other thing I need to set before I give her breathing instructions? So if you hold real still for me. So what am I going to do now? Before I make my exposure. Not hold your breath. What was the special instruction? Yeah, so I'm going to have you just take slow, shallow breaths while I make the exposure. Okay, don't hold your breath this time. Just breathe slow and shallow. Okay. Beep. Did you do that?
Yes.
Oh, I was like, there's no way. Okay, good. You can relax. So you should expect to hear a longer exposure because you would need at least 3 seconds, right? Okay. Now we can't shield any more of the breast because we don't want to cover up the scapula. All right. If we're going to do the scapular Y on the table, we can go back to 40 inches. You'll notice that these sponges are all nice and aligned in a proper order. All the small ones are in the drawer where they belong. That's where they should be at the end of your lap. Look in this drawer here. Look at all the space in there when they're put Well,
When she
no,
jumped.
now they got messed up again.
Yeah, but she jumped.
It was like
Chairman.
half a board. Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. I'm asking what was the calculation? Nobody really knows when we do that thing.
Well, because it looked like it was 11 by 15 by the time I went to 30 inches.
But but yeah, okay.
I mean, that's what it says here, but it was actually about 10 by 12.
Very good. See? Yes, go that way.
Okay.
No, we need to kind of
So I'm going to go ahead and roll her up.
the mask though.
Now, last week, Rosa suggested using the flat side of the sponge for the scapula, for the shoulder. I don't know, is that very comfortable? Not really, huh? Okay, so I'm going to try this. Roll that. But see, that's true, when you use the 45, it's a little bit, like, she does tend to want to roll back, and now she's not as lateral. So maybe we do have to use this side of it. Okay, roll back. Okay. So again, you want to make sure that the two blades of the scapula are perpendicular, and then you're entering just through the lateral blade, lateral edge of the scapula. Here's the top, here's the bottom, collimate side to side. So here's her inferior border, so I know I have the bottom. Here's the superior spine, so I know I have the top. Probably for this, it would be a good idea to put your marker in here on the light before you put the sponge, because you're not going to be able to see much afterwards. Okay. So now it's like, oh, so like 6 by 12 at 40 inches. And we wouldn't do it PA on the table. So now you've got a nice lateral. Now, what did we say on Wednesday? If the vertical border, the medial border is close to too close to the chest wall, is that under or over rotated? Under. If it's on the outside of the chest wall and the medial border is close to the chest wall, I'm sorry, I should have said twice. So, here's a pretty good superposition. Here we have the vertebral, the vertical border, and then this is the lateral border here. So if the medial border is away from the chest wall and the lateral border is close to the chest wall, is she under or over rotated?
Under.
How would it, which blade is normally closer to the chest? The medial or lateral?
Medial.
Medial. So if the lateral is close to the chest, what happens? She's over rotated. So when the lateral border is close to the chest, she's over rotated. If the medial border is close to the chest and this is wider, then she's under rotated. So you look at the, let me show you on this sternum, the skeleton. Okay, so what I'm trying to get you to see is like this would be the normal AP, right? Mm-hmm. So if you don't turn them enough, this border is still close to the chest wall, the medial border. If you turn them too much, then this border is going to the outside, and this border inside here, the lateral border is closer to the chest. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm showing you? Trying to? Oh, it's hard to measure. I'll look at my iPad, maybe I can show you on that. All right, what's next?